Have you ever wondered how normal, everyday people become millionaires all the time? This video is going to talk about one specific strategy that can get you on your path to becoming an everyday millionaire. What I mean when I say everyday millionaire is just a regular guy or girl who works a regular job that doesn't have crazy money coming in their bank account every month, but they're so smart about how they manage their money that their discipline gets them to be a millionaire over time. That's what we're getting into today, okay? If you're new here, I'm Austin. I'm glad you're here. I'm a co-owner of cloudmusicsuite.com, and on this channel we talk all things money and personal development. So if that sounds up your alley, go ahead and subscribe. And as a thank you for subscribing, here is a picture of my turtle taking a nap. He's so cute. Drop the subscribe for him, and drop a comment below as well. Comment literally anything down below. It helps out the teeny tiny channel that we have here in a massive way. Thank you so much. Let's get into this thing. So everyday millionaires are those people who work very regular jobs, who don't necessarily make tons and tons of money on a monthly basis, but they're so good at managing their money, and they have great money habits, and that's what propels them to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire over time. So there are all types of people, maybe even in your community, definitely in your town, who fit this mold, okay? So I just want to talk about what that person would do on payday in order to ensure that they're going to be financially independent and financially free later on in their lifetime. So first thing is, of course, we have our checking account where we put our paper check or probably direct deposit. I like to think of that checking account, just want to change everyone's mindset. No longer a checking account, we're now going to call it an allocation account. So the employer allocates some of their money to you. So that's one way that's an allocation account. But even more than that, we take our checking account and we split it into all these different branches. And all these different branches are going to pay for our living expenses and our wants and our needs and our investments, of course, or our emergency situations that might occur. So we need to think of our checking account as an allocation account rather than just a checking account where I swipe a card and money comes out and money goes in, all right? More like an allocation account. So once I get paid, my primary objective is to allocate my money appropriately. And one of the easiest methods to stick to is called the 50-30-20 method. You might have heard of it before. This is where I put 50% of my take-home pay, like what I get in my paycheck, 50% of my take-home pay, I'm gonna use that for my needs. 30% of my take-home pay, I'm gonna fund my wants. And then 20% of my take-home pay, I'm gonna fund my investments. So I have three categories: needs, wants, and investments. And this percentage-based way of allocating money has, in my experience and many people I know, it has been the most transformative thing they've done in terms of money mindset and money management for themselves to reach their goals. So when I'm saying needs, let's just say that 50% needs, we, first of all, to find your 50% of your income, you just take whatever you get paid on a monthly basis and then go in the calculator. Maybe you get paid $5,000 a month take home, go 5,000 multiplied by 0.5, okay? And then you'll get your 50%, or you can just divide by 2. And then to get that 30% for the wants, you take your take-home pay and you go multiplied by 0.3. And then for the investments, that 20%, you'd go your take-home pay multiplied by 0.2. So those numbers would be what you have to work with, that you have to stick to. You're gonna make yourself stick to this: needs, wants, and investments respectively, okay? What are examples of needs? Examples of needs would be paying your mortgage. Examples of needs would be paying your health insurance, paying your dental insurance, buying food. If you're a renter, paying your rent, paying your utility bills, keep the lights on, etc. So these would be needs. Putting gasoline in your car, right? Whatever you have to do that's like non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, I absolutely need it. I definitely have to eat, right? I definitely have to have shelter, right? I definitely have to have a car. I gotta be able to drive that car. I gotta be able to get to work. I need health insurance, so I can live in the 21st century and protect myself. Those would be my needs. 50% of my income can go to that. Let's not exceed that cap. That's gonna be, you're pushing lifestyle inflation if you're gonna go anywhere above 50%. For wants would be, I want a pool in my backyard. I want a new car. I want new clothes. I want a watch. I want to go to a concert. I want to go to a basketball game. Whatever it might be. It could be physical, material things, or it could be experiences that you're spending on, like a vacation or something along those lines. So those would be my wants. 30% is pretty high for once, not gonna lie to you, but it's a good starting spot. And then the last one, investments. This is money that I'm putting away into specific investment accounts, and then I'm going and I'm buying some kind of investment with that. Maybe it's individual stocks, maybe it's ETFs, maybe it's gold, maybe you're a Bitcoin kind of guy, whatever. I'm not going to get into all the opinions about that. But as long as you have an investment strategy that you can stick to and you're able to funnel a certain amount of money into that account on a regular basis, the more money, the better, of course, because the more money we can compound over time. All right, so that would be my investment side. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% investment. Where things start to get powerful is if you can switch up these numbers a little bit. So maybe instead of the 50, 30, 20, you can get like the 50, 25, 25. And just a 5% increase in your savings rate can take years off your time horizon. Check out this little graphic I got here from Mr. Money Mustache. Just a 5% increase in my investing activity over a certain period of time, let's say a decade or so, or even less, can decrease my retirement horizon by a substantial number of years. It's amazing. Let's say we do that 25%, and then next time, maybe a year from now, we're all the way up to 30% of our annual income invested. And then we can bump it up to 35 of our annual income invested, et cetera, et cetera. Keeping on bumping it up by 5 or 2 or 1, even if a 1% improvement, that's a great improvement, okay? So we wanna see if we can really get the magic happening and get the ball rolling on becoming wealthy by increasing the amount of money that we're investing on a percentage basis each month. So I would say the next baby step up from the 50, 30, 20 would be 50, 25, 25. And then the next step from that would be swapping the wants and the investment. If you can get your wants down to 20% of your take-home pay and your investments up to 30% of your take-home pay, and then keep those needs at 50%, you're gonna be looking real good in comparison to your former self who was at 20% invested. And then if you can keep on moving that up, if you're an absolute beast, 50% invested, 30% on your needs, and 20% on your wants. You get the point. You can mess with these percentages forever and a day. And they don't have to be perfect, easy numbers to remember. You can go 18% for something. You can go 55% for something. Whatever you got to do, whatever you've got to make work right now. But a percentage-based allocation plan, I believe, is the best type of allocation plan. Try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're already doing this, I definitely want to hear about it. Let me know what percentage split you're at. All right, that's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment literally anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you have an amazing day, and